So good afternoon, student. Today we will going to discuss about the date and time function. How the date and time function. We will start with the date and time function. Let us see how this date and time function is working. And under date and time function, what are the there are many division and subdivision of it. Let us discuss them first one by one. So date and time function, you can see here this particular date and time function that we have, that we are using date and time function as it is named. This particular function is there are the various functions are being used, and we are performing the different date and time, isn't it? Those the different functions that we find that we are using. That means, suppose if you want to see the current date, or if you extract the date, day, month, all these things. Those things we can do with the help of a date and time function. So here what we see, the first functions, first we will do what, as we have done all these classes also, I have shown to you that first we will do a single use of a function. Now first is a now. What is this now function we are going to do? The now function will going to help you to return you at this moment, at this particular time, what is the date and time is there. Okay, so that will going to help us with a now. After that, then we will going to have a date function. Means if you want the date of today's, okay, date of today's, so today's date we can find out, we can see it from there. Those how the day we can see it, and we can find it out. Next, what we have a month, so we will see how the month of 2 days is there and how we can implement those months. After that, we will see the month name. Okay, we will see the month name, the month name of today's date. What is the month name? We can input any of the date, and using any of the date we can see the month name. Okay, similar way, year also, year name, we will give the date, and that particular year we can find out what is the year of that. Then comes the day, that also we will going to get, and next we will see how then we can give the day name. So today, at first, let us see all these things, that how they are using and how we can implement them for this purpose, and how we can work them for this purpose. So next part we will see after completing and executing those commands. Okay, so first let us executing this command in a various way, various manners. Let us execute them. So now date, month name, year, and day. So let us execute them. As we are executing, we can find it that how we will going to have them, and how we will going to implement those the values, isn't it? So since we see it, since we find it that we have those the implementations of this value, we can find it that we have one particular pattern that we are maintaining. Previously you have seen all the functions and implementation of the function in a table, that also you have seen it. So now we will going to see all these things. Okay, so let us start with this. Now, as we have seen, as we have find it, those the functions are there, as I have discussed just now. So each and every function that is there, we have to now implement them. Okay, we have to implement them in such a way so that we can make them implementations in a different way or different forms. Then we will see it how we will going to implement in a table. Suppose now I want to use first the now function. Okay, now function means at this moment when I am doing now function, so what we will do is select, then now now. Now. Okay, we can use the capital letter also. Let us use them in a capital letter. Let us make them in a capital letter so that we can understand. So select select, then now node up to now we can open the bracket, we can close the bracket, so semicolon. So as we do this, you see here that at this moment that what is the date and what is the time that we are doing, and we are making it. That means it is 2022 2001 and 12. So we are doing it, and this, and the time is 12:15. So this is how we can see, this is how we can find that we can use those particular pattern, and we can make those particular pattern to be implemented, isn't it? We can see that how they are being implemented. Number one. Number two, then let us do the number two. What is the number two one? That is a date. Okay, so then how to give it? First we have to write what? Select, 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 and then what? Select the date of what? Date of now, at this moment, what is the date that we will going to see? So date. After writing the date, then we will open the inverted comma, then NOW. Now then we will open the bracket again, open the bracket, close the bracket again, close the bracket, semicolon. So as we give these things, you see date now, this is the particular date, we can find it here. We are using it here, and we are making those things to be implemented. Okay, so this is the date command. After the date, what we will going to see here, that month, what is the month? Okay, so let us see the month. So as we see the month, that means what we will write? ACADCT, select, then MONTH, month, then open the bracket, and then what we will write? NOW, now, then again open the bracket, close the bracket, close the bracket, then semicolon. So if you do it, see month is what? This is 1, that means today is January, we are working in January, so the month is being shown here 1. Okay, so when we are using this, when we find this, that as we are implementing those functions, as we find those the different functions are there, those the functions are being implemented. So how we can implement it, how we can find that those the particular thing can be implementable and can be workable. Okay, so we have to see this, we have to see those pattern, and as we see those pattern, we can find it out, and we can see that those the particular pattern on the structure what is there, we can implement them and we can use them. So as we are using them, as we are having those things, suppose now this date, what we write? ACALECT, select, suppose month, MONTH, month. Then what we will do, we will open a bracket, sorry, we will open the opening bracket, and then NOW, then again open the bracket, close the bracket, close the bracket. Now suppose I want to rename this column. So what we see by default, it is coming this particular the things we have given, this particular things name, it is coming here. Okay, now we want to make one name. What suppose we are giving here TODAYS, today's, MONTH, today's month. So when we have given this, when we find it, now if we give enter, you see here what happens. Now thing previously what we see, it has came with month. Now this particular format is been shown here. Now when I have given today's date, now see this name has been changed of the column. Okay, this name has been changed of the column, and that is been shown to us as what we have given here, today's month. So this is the particular pattern, this is the particular structures that we have and that we are constructing. So we are constructing it, and we are using it in a certain way or in a certain parameter. Okay, we are using it in a certain parameter. So this the parameter what we find, this is the parameter that we can see. So in each and every parameter we have those the values, and we can implement those values. Fine. So as we are implementing those values, as we see that we have those values, next then what we can see, that month name. Okay, we want to see the month name. How to see the month name? So if you want to see the month name, now here I can put, or you can put anything that we want. So what then we can put here, what then we can implement it here. Let us see it, that what we let ACLECT select MONTHNAME month name. Now we open a bracket, open the double inverted comma. Suppose I am giving here 2022 to 2002. Then I am giving here 04. Okay, let us give the first to this one, 01. Then suppose there I am giving a date, suppose 15. Okay, so as I am specifying this date, as I am giving this particular structure, that means see here the declaration is what, first we have written select, then what we have written month name, month name, then we have specify the particular month. Okay, we have specified the particular month. As we give semicolon here, what we will going to see here, you see here it is January. That means here we can find that we can give any other also, any other way also. Suppose AC LEC select, then MONTHNAME month name, then open the bracket, open the double inverted comma, suppose 2021. Okay, then suppose 11, then suppose 25. Okay, fine. So these the things that we have, these the things that we can find. Now we are getting the month name. What is the month name is there? Month is November. So as we are describing those things, as we are using those things, we can find it. Now another one, ACLECT select, then month name, MONTHNAME month name. After month name, we open the bracket, open the double inverted comma. After that suppose we give here some values, suppose 2023. Okay, 2023, suppose 05. Suppose here I am giving here 27. Sorry, 57 it has become, it will come 27. Okay, so as we have given this particular thing, as we find this particular thing that we have implemented it here, you can see here it comes May. That means whichever the name we want, whichever the name that we can find, that we have here, and we are organizing it here. So these the organizations that we have, and that we find it, and that will be organized, and that will be implemented in this way. Okay, that will be implemented in this way. So this is the implementation, this is the particular implementation we have to see very nicely, and we have to find it out, that how we can implement those functions. So previously we have seen the round function, then what we have seen, the alter function, table function, and these are the command functions we have seen it. Then mod functions, all these different pattern of functions. So here we can see, we can find it out, that how we are executing them, and how we are making them to be implementable, and to be usable. Okay, so this is what we are getting here, the month name. Now suppose we want to get the year. Okay, we need to get the year. So as we need to get the year, as we need to find the year, we can see it, we can find it, that we do have, and we can use it for this particular implementations, and how we can implement them, and how we can find it out to be workable. okay, to be workable. So what we will write here, select select. After select, then what we will going to find, that year, then open the bracket, open the double inverted comma. So as we open the bracket and double inverted comma, there you can see it that we can write any date over here. Okay, any date, any specification, there is no such specification that we have to write only this particular date or something, nothing about it. Suppose 2023 that we are writing, then suppose we are writing here 05, then suppose we are writing here 12. Okay, so sorry, this is the particular pattern that we have written it here. So as we are finding out, as we see it, that we have those structure of declaration. This is the structure of the declaration that we see it here. We can see that how then it will be work. So let us see that what it is working, that the value that we have selected, the value that we have made, we can find that each and every value, what is there, each and every value that we have here, they are being implemented, and they are being organized in those pattern or in this way. Okay, they are been organized in this pattern or in this way. Therefore we have to see, we have to find out that how those data values are been there, and how we can make those data to be implemented and to be worked with. Okay, so this is the particular thing, this is the particular pattern that we see, that when we are working with those values, we can specify it. Let us do another one, ACLEC. ACLEC, T, select what year, year, year. Now suppose you open the bracket, open the double inverted comma, and you are writing here, suppose 2005, 2005. Okay, 2005, then suppose 08, then suppose you are giving here 25. So when you are specifying that, when you are specifying this particular pattern, what we can see that the particular year, what is the year is there, that year will be in front of you. Okay, that year will be in front of you. So this is the particular pattern that we do have when we are constructing, and we do make it. So as we are making those the pattern, as we are using those the pattern, so we are using them, and we are making them to be used of, and to be made of in a particular pattern of the way that we have implemented, and we do made it. Okay. Uh, so this is the things that so this is the things that we have, this is the things that we find, that we are going to construct, and we are making them in this particular manner, isn't it? So this is how we can see, this is how we can find it, that when we are working with those manners, and when we are constructing those manners, so each and every manner that we have, and each and every manner that we do construct, we can construct them, and we can use them in this particular way. Now let us see the next command. After the year, then the day. We need to see the day, isn't it? We need to see the day, what is the day there. So let us see the day there. Fine. So there we can use it, what, select, 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 then DAY, day, then you can open the bracket. After opening the bracket, open the double inverted comma, specify here that how what you want to specify. Suppose 2023, that suppose 05, then suppose 24. Okay, so as you are specifying here, as you are seeing it here, we can see here that this the specification will going to be implemented, and this the specification will going to be worked on. Okay, so as we are working, as we are making those pattern, as we are constructing those patterns, so this the pattern what is there, this is the pattern that we can find, that we have. Let us see the another one, SELECT, select, then what, day, 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 day will not have any name, therefore we are not specifying it here any name. Okay, so since we are not specifying it here any name, and that means what is the that we can find it. Suppose I am giving some more other date, 2022, then suppose 01, now suppose I am giving a 12. Okay, so closing the double inverted comma, closing the bracket, then I can put the semicolon, or if I want to give that column name, that also I can specify. So today day that is been given here, that is a 12. Okay, so this is the way that we find, this is the way that we can see that as we are having those particular pattern, as we are constructing those particular pattern, so each and every pattern of the data that we have, each and every pattern of the particular implementation that we are using and that we are implementing, we can implement it here, and we can meet them to be implemented in a different area or in a different forms. Okay, we can implement it in a different area or different forms. So those the format that is there, those the particular format that we have. So each and every format that we are organizing, and that we are understanding, we will understand it for those the part and those the sections that we are constructing for it. Okay, so we are constructing what we have constructed. We have used the different type of the date format, different pattern of the date format. So those the date format what is there, and those the particular date format that we find that we have, that means each and every date format that are being constructed and that are being used of, we are making them and we are using them for those purposes and for those particular part that we have, isn't it? Now let us see some more other date functions and how can we implement them. Next, what we say, day name. If I want the day name, and suppose now see here what I am getting originally, I am getting the day part. Now day name if you want, so select Dayname, Dayname. So select and Dayname, then you open the bracket, open the double inverted comma. Suppose I want the day of 2025, then suppose 05, then suppose 12. So if I want these things, if I want the day name, then what we can do, what we can find, that it will going to give. See, it has calculated it. It has calculated from today onwards that particular date will be in which day. So here, one question was there previously that when we are doing it, we are only getting the day number. Day number means number, that means this is 12 November, 13 November, or 15th of January, or 25th of January, or 23rd of January, 26th of January. So now when it is there, and when we find it that those the things are there, that means now how can I get the name of the particular day? That is also very crucial for us. That sometime in the work, sometime that we are doing, we need to get the day name. So when we need to get the day name, we need to find out, we need to see that what is the day name that is there and that is being implemented. Fine. So what is the day name that we do have, and we are implemented those things, and we are making those pattern to be implemented in a certain way or certain manner. Okay, so when we are making them, when we are using them, there we can find that we will going to give them and we will going to implement them. Okay, so as we have the implementations, as we find those the implementation, let us do some more. SELECT select, DAYD name. Now suppose any day name I want to check and I want to see. Suppose I want to see in the day name of 2005, and then suppose 0 sorry 03, then suppose 19th. Okay, so this the particular thing that we require, this the particular pattern that we require. Then how can we see it? See here, Saturday, it was Saturday. So we have those things, and we can find out that what is the day names are there. That means what we have learned till now, that a different way of implementation of the date and time function. Basically the date function we are implementing in a different way, and we can see that how those date function will going to construct, how we can make those constructions. And as we see those constructions, as we find those constructions, we can see, we can find it out that the particular pattern that we have, and that we are making to it and we are using to it. So since we are making those functions, since we are using those functions, so each and every implementation, each and every part of the implementation are being utilized and are being maintained in this particular way. Okay, they are maintaining those particular pattern and they are using those particular pattern. Let us do more a little bit to implement those pattern, because those the thing also we can use where in a table. Okay, those the thing also we can use in a table. So table implementations that is there, that we can do, we can find it out. Suppose in employee table we have a date of birth. So suppose we are doing here, so see select, then Dayname, and then open the bracket, open the double inverted comma, and we can give suppose 2024. Okay, 2024, then suppose 07, then suppose 12th of the particular day. So if you are having this, then what I am writing here, suppose day name, day, day, name, day name. So when we are specifying this, when we are saying that we are specifying those values, as we are specifying those values, we can see it that there what we have, the day name, it came 2024. Now why it is not showing? Because this is over that particular pattern. This is over the particular pattern of what, our declaration data type. That means sometime if we give our declaration data type wrong or mismatch. Okay, so this is why I have done it. So now what we will do, let us write them correctly. So select, SELECT, select Dayname, DAYNAME, Dayname. After that we open the bracket and then open the double inverted comma. Now 2024, then what we will give 0, suppose 8, then after 08, what, 12, we want to see what was the 12 there, isn't it? Because 27 that we have inserted there, 27 is not a proper date value or date format. So it is not a proper date format or date value, so it is showing you the null value. Okay, and so this is the things I want to show to you, that if you give some way that the thing is not matching here, thing is not being in a certain format, there is some wrong format that we have given for the declaration, then what it will show to you, what it will going to show to you. So this is the thing that we can find, this is the part that we can find, that we have those the data, and each and every data what is there, they are being implemented, and they are being used up. So next then we will going to see that how we can implement it in the table, and we will go to the aggregate function of it. Okay, then thank you. Today I am ending my today's class here. Thank you all.